Welcome to the Ballard Proud podcast. It seems everyone can agree that Ballard is a fantastic school district, and when asked why, the answer always includes some reference to, well, it's people and relationships. So I'm on a mission to get to know the people of Ballard and find out why everyone is so proud to be part of this district. I'm Danny Trimble, Superintendent for the Ballard District, and I'd love for you to come along with me on this journey to uncover what it means to be Ballard Proud. Welcome to this edition of the Ballard Proud podcast. Our guest today is Audra Watson, Director of Special Programs here at Ballard, a longtime Huxley resident. Audra joined the staff actually 3 years ago, which is awesome for the district. Thanks for being with us today.
Absolutely.
So Audra, I kind of hedged a little bit on this. You have not been with the district specifically for a while. So tell us, or for very long, excuse me. So tell us, how did you end up working at Ballard?
Well, I lived in Ames my whole life, so I was not very far away for very long. And we had some very dear family friends that were Ballard kids and Ballard residences here. So I kind of got to know Ballard that way. And then my husband was hired in Ames as a police officer, and we just kind of wanted to raise our kids in a community that we weren't both working in. And so we decided to come to the Ballard School District. We really felt like that it was a family community and a smaller setting, but also had the luxuries of some of the bigger things. So that's where we really came. We came here to raise our family.
Nice, nice. And then you were working in Ames, right? So
I was.
How did you get here on that side?
So I had spent many, many years in early childhood special education. So 19 years teaching in a classroom there. Got pushed to get my admin degree. I was really scared to do it. And I had some people like really pushing me to do it. So I did. And never thought administration was really in my cards until I took my first administration class. And I realized, oh my gosh, maybe this is something I would like to do. And so I got my administration degree, took a leap of faith to do an instructional coach job. And then I was the behavior coordinator for the Ames district for many years. And I wasn't even looking for a position when this one opened. And a couple people called me and said, hey, have you looked into this director of special programs at Ballard? And I was like, what? I don't even know. And they're like, yeah, it's due tomorrow. And I was like, oh no. So I got on that night and I was looking through it, and it was meeting all of my passions. It was serving all the populations that my heart just spills for. And so I just was like, I guess I'll take this leap of faith and see what happens. So I applied and here I am.
Yeah. And for anyone who doesn't have a reason to know the day-to-day work of Audra here in the district, her plate is full, capital Full.
It is, but I love it all. I just wish I could do more.
Yep, that sounds like you. So let's just, on the not professional side for a few minutes, tell us, what are you listening to? What's on your playlist these days?
I'm kind of a big mixture, but I always have a radio playing at home. So my family always is so annoyed. They're always telling Alexa to stop. And I'm always telling her to starts playing music again. So a lot of country is a big part of me. I like to listen to country music. And I'm also a Christian music person. So I will listen to some Christian music when I'm just needing that pick me up. But for the most time, it's usually 97.3.
Yep. Okay. And for all the folks who are following the podcast fairly regularly, I kind of have to weave in tell me about Taylor Swift.
Oh, Taylor Swift. I will listen to Taylor Swift. I'm not necessarily a Swiftie, but I will listen to Taylor Swift songs for sure. I'm a pretty any type of music girl. I also like music that makes you want to dance. So
there you go.
When you're needing to pick me up.
Safe answer.
Yep.
All right. Well, I also know when you're really busy like you are, and you've got active kids, you probably don't have time to sit down and watch much on a screen. But if you have time, what's streaming? What are you watching?
Yeah. So I really am not one that watches TV. I don't watch TV hardly ever. But I have gotten really into The Good Doctor. It's a doctor with autism. And so it's kind of an area of passion for me, and seeing somebody with autism succeeding at the level of a doctor, and how his social structures fall into the medical field. I really am passionate about it. So I kind of have been starting to binge watch The Good Doctor a little bit.
Okay, and I'm not so familiar. So how many seasons can I work out of that if I
A lot. I think it's like 6 or 7. So, and there's like 19 episodes in every season. So it's a lot.
Okay, good to know. Yeah. Well, as I said, I know that you're very busy. So what else do you do when you're not all wrapped up in things here?
Yeah, my family is my number one. Spending time with my kids and my husband and my mom and my brothers and sisters, and we're just a really close family, so we get together quite frequently. And going to the lake, we have a cabin in Clear Lake, and I love to get up there. Last summer, I only got up there twice, and I'm not going to let that happen again this summer. But we like to have the family up at the lake too, just to get away and spend time in a nice, relaxing place. And up there, we have actually my family, we have 3 cabins all by each other. So it's like extended family is always up there. And so we just spend a lot of time together up there. So I really cherish that time. And then obviously just being with my kids because they're growing up fast. So spending time with them.
Nice. Well, you alluded to early on as we were talking, you choose to live here, you choose to work here. So the phrase Ballard Proud, what comes to mind when you hear me say that?
So I was really, when I came to Ballard and I was trying to decide where we wanted to go, all I could think of the entire time I was here was cheers and being in a community where everybody knew your name. And I felt that like I hadn't been here hardly at all. And there were still people knew my name already and was welcoming me. When I first moved here, my son was only 2. So, my oldest son was only 2, so we weren't in the school system. And I remember coming and touring the schools to decide, if this is where I wanted my kids to go, and got a tour. And 3 years later, I came back again because he was now 5, ready to come into the schools, and they remembered me, like, Audra, he's now ready for kindergarten. And so it was a community where everyone knew your name and was there to support you. So it kind of sucked us in, and here we are.
Yeah, with kids nearly all grown up. So
Yes.
good for you. Well, thanks for taking time to let us get to know you a little bit more. I'm sure many people in the communities, school district already do know you, but maybe not what you listen to, what you're watching on TV, and all that sort of thing. So thanks, Audra. Have a good day.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Ballard Proud. There's more to come as we dive into what it means to be Ballard Proud. Until next time, I'm Superintendent Danny Trimble, and I hope you have a great day.